Hey, let's try this again.
We just picked up right where we left off from the last show.
Yeah. Welcome to Where's My Sage, A Taste of the Universe with your hosts, Christy and Mike. And I'm Mike from Tactical Bigfoot Research and my wonderful partner, Christy London, medium and Reiki master.
Hi, everybody.
And how's everybody doing tonight on these crazy stuck insides? Oh, and our first one of the night. Hello, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
And Mary Beth. And Marilyn. Folks, as you're coming on, if you're a Facebook user, make sure that you have some you unlocked the okay to use your name and your picture and everything like that, so I know who's coming in with us. So tonight's a special night. Christy's going to do some readings, and I'm going to kind of sit back and do my little computer thing from the background. And Christy, how's your week going so far? Do you want to do a recap of our crazy weekend?
Sure. So it's going, you know, isolation. Nobody in my house is dead yet, but we're kind of starting to head that way. However, you know, it's been interesting. I'm still fighting my bronchitis thing, so I'm going to apologize ahead of time. Of course, you know, my voice has been pretty good. And now today, anyone who follows me knows that anytime I have a live show, what happens? My voice starts to go. So here we are. The voice started going this afternoon. I feel great. So, but otherwise, right, you know, hanging in there and just doing our thing. But yeah, we definitely were able to get out, and that helped to break up the monotony a little bit. And it was a break we all needed, I think. So we had a good time. Sheila's a great hostess, and she's a great tour guide. And she is Sheila from Pick New York, or Pick NY, is just so, she is so full of knowledge, and she's just got history down. And it's not that I don't like history, but you know, when I'm kind of there to do my thing or just to take things in, sometimes I just can't be bothered. I don't want to focus on that at the time. And the more she talked, the more I just wanted to listen, which was pretty amazing, especially with the history of the land when we went for our hike. So it was pretty cool. Actually, I really enjoyed myself very, very much. So you can pick up, and I'm going to reserve my voice for a little while. Tell them where we were.
Yeah, so we got a chance to get out in the woods, go to some really crazy areas with Sheila. She took us into an old town that just crazy stuff. I mean, the town just disappeared, and there was a lot of history and school, cemeteries, burned down schoolhouse with kids, and it was a freaky weird area. And then we got down in the tin shop, and from the tin shop we got to go into the bank that the town just got, and it's going to turn into another museum, I guess. And we were the second group to go in there. We really we didn't film any of that just because it's still under some remodeling and some construction. Yeah. And so carrying the laptop around was not the easiest thing in the world to do.
Mike on that. He worked his butt off. We didn't know it was going to be like that. He was a trooper. But, he was more than a trooper.
Realize it sounds a little off, but you know, yelling across the table with social distancing was a little different. And you know, sometimes the microphones would pick up each other, but they would not pick up us, which was crazy. But
you know, I think Spirit was messing with us a little bit that night. You know, I think they were letting us know they were around in different ways.
And we got some spirit interaction. Something kept messing with my leg, and we thought it was maybe a young child or something. And sure enough, we got the flashlights going in the K2, and that was, you know, little Ryan came out with us, and we got that, you know, confirmed by folks that were watching, which was great, and by Sheila that was there. So it really was, you know, that was a nice night. The architecture in the building, the craftsmanship of the tin shop was really a cool thing. Basement was, you know, your stereotypical basement. cold, creepy. You can watch the temperature change. Yeah, definitely something moving around down there.
Crazy.
So it was a good time. So if you are in Mexico, New York, and get a chance to stop in, the Star Clark Tin Shop and Underground Railroad Museum is wonderful. The historians, the staff have really, it's a nice, beautiful tribute to that area, to the military, to the kids in the area, to the families, to those that went through the railroad. Last year, we were told at the last New York State Fair, they, went through and kind of, highlighted that location, and they've got some really nice history setups. I got a background in archaeology and anthropology, and seeing that museum stuff always really makes me happy to see. So I hear a voice in the background.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. That was yours.
So, no voices on my end. That was definitely on your end. Usually a dog.
No, it is, but it was your voice. I had my speaker on. I was listening to my meditation music before we started, and I had my Bose speaker on, and I just started a watch party on and it went through the speaker because I forgot to shut it off. Whoops.
So, all right. So tonight we got some folks on. Tonight we're going to be doing some readings, and as we go along, I will pop up our email address every so often. If somebody wants to kind of come along and be part of our little show, and Jen or Ray, if that's you guys that sent me something a little earlier up there, if you want me to use that email you sent, we can get you on, and we'll be going through. I'm going to pull Ray just for that. I'm going to pull you on there.
So how is everybody else handling all of this? Sorry, guys. Of course, my voice is going to get worse. How is everybody else handling all this isolation? What's been going on? Try to say good morning to everybody, and just kind of show off the coffee cup and, and just get everyone engaged. We got to break it up a little bit, right? And just kind of have a little fun and look forward to things to do, even if it's the same old thing. This is the first time I've had to do hair and makeup. I didn't even do that for when we went away. It was kind of nice. I was like, oh, I can just blow this dry because, it's just like poodle hair. It's just all, my hair is going to be so healthy. My cousin, who's my stylist, is going to be like, what the hell did you do? Absolutely nothing. My skin too. I put makeup on tonight for you guys and everything. I wasn't like that at all. It's like liberating in a way, isn't it, girls? You just kind of go out and, the older I get, the less I care too. So it's kind of nice. I watched my 20-year-old daughter go out and, do what the rest of us did. Just kind of, we live by the border. So sometimes they walk across the falls, to go out and, go to Canada for the night or whatever. And she comes up and she's like, can I wear those boots you have with the really high heels? Are you walking across the bridge? Yeah. I'm thinking to myself, God, I'm so glad I'm not stupid anymore. She looks good. You just learn. So yeah. It's always an adventure.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, people are making fun of me. My hair is too long, but it's not this, I mean, it's really getting bad where it could be that, we can leave that up there to harass people for the next 10, 15 minutes or so. Ray, I just sent you the
that's fantastic.
Email. So yeah, we're gonna go with my fat head there. Let's see if I can.
So that's circa 1970.
Back with hair. So,
5, 6? No. No.
So
Jen.
So I do need a haircut, because if not, it's going to that in another 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I hate to. Oh, wow, that's worse than my hair. You win.
What? It gets better. It gets better. This
Well,
is
we
what I'm
both have the
doing today.
Italian, the full Italian hair that just doesn't stop. But
People just
I'll buy you
pop
a
it.
straightener.
We could go with that. Maybe that's better. A little kinky curly there. Oh no, I know where we can really get in here.
I mean, I had a perm back in the day too, but not that one wins.
Not that bad. Not that bad. No. Okay.
No, no, nothing close.
Okay. So,
Your hair looks nice longer. I don't think I've ever seen you with more than just a little bit on top. Got a lot of gray going on the side there.
Address not found. What? Hang on. Oh, okay. Yes, flock of seagulls.
Oh my gosh. So what else? What do you guys? Yeah. How is everybody breaking up the monotony and doing all of this?
All right.
Your mom just messaged me.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get Ray's email, but I must have typed it in wrong. So give me a minute to try that again and get. At least
your mom's nice enough to just do it privately. Then. Yeah. No, we love you, Mama Michelle.
Yeah.
Okay. So they can stop. So guys, as always, we really appreciate you tuning in. And this is a big one because we've already reached over 400 likes on our page, which we're really proud of and we're really excited about. We want to give you a great show. And we want to really, give you guys what you want and need. And sometimes it's not easy to figure out. Readings are awesome. Readings are fun. I don't know what's up with my camera tonight, but whatever. I feel like I'm looking like off to the side. But anyways, so, but we want to do other things for you. And we want to make it fun and interesting. And we want you to engage with us. And it's really important because, we have so many interests and so many different things going on, both in our personal lives and then as a group together. So, as a team. So we really appreciate you all. Sorry, I'm just looking at some of the comments as I'm talking. So, but we really do appreciate all of you. And if you would share this, we would truly appreciate it. Start a watch party. That's what I just did. That's why my speaker went off. Join your friends because you never know who's going to need to hear what we're talking about, even if it's with a guest or pointless banter, and just having a good time. So, spread the word, please, and help us to get out there so we can help as many people and infect our community in the right ways. And remember, too, this is really, really tough. And I know that things are starting to get tougher out there as well. And as a healthcare worker myself, although I don't do it right now, my heart goes out to everybody who is, are on the front lines working clinically, because that's what I would do. And, so it's really a big deal. And I know Mike and his wife are the same way. So, and actually my husband as well. So, but as a healthcare worker, it's a different story and it's a little bit different. It's a little bit scary. You have to go do that. And I'm seeing these pictures of the people who now unfortunately don't have what they need on just a daily basis on a regular day. I know how important it is to have what I need to work on a patient. So, if you can help in any way, if there's any way you can get out there or donate anything, or if you know somebody who can help these people out so that they can get our loved ones better and, back to normal. But it's about compassion right now. And it's about getting back to basics with human kindness and just understanding and, treating everybody the way the way we should be treated, I guess. So, but in the meantime, we're going to try to have some fun. Wow. Talk about a hairdo. Sorry. I have to block this part of my screen. I can't read the comments.
It's completely okay because for some reason I can't type tonight. I'm trying to.
Tonight or any night? Just
no, yeah, most nights too.
Jen, absolutely. Jen says I promise to trade. Oh no, that's right.
That reminds me of something very, very, very important. Folks, in this time with everybody, let's set up. We've set up some prayers to our first responders. Let's also send out some prayers and to the mental health workers that are out there. If you're really having some problems, some issues, there's numbers out there. There's people out there to talk to. Seen a lot of crazy things over the last couple of days because of this stuff. reach out to somebody, talk to somebody, call family members, call friends, call a medical professional. But the gloom and doom, you can go back to the old Jimmy Buffett, in cabin fever and shot 6 holes in the freezer. You don't want to do that. You want to get out and get some fresh air. We will try to do what we can to getting everybody out there. I hope this time, Ray, it went through. So, Christy, I'm going to do one quick Tactical Tuesday. And while I get done with that, if you want to go through and give everybody your speech about the readings. And
Gotcha.
Again, you're out in the woods. Make sure you have something fun. But here's something fun to do with the kids at home. Some of these great meals and stuff like that you can just cook around, get out and hike in the woods, and kids want pizza. It's a pepperoni pizza meal in a bag. So this self-heats its water like the cookies I did a couple weeks ago. So, again, make sure you're taking some stuff with you that's fun. It's not always that bland meal. So this comes in a bag that you heat in, just like the military MREs. And then it comes with 2 different pieces of pizza and a little heater. And you take the little heater out of the pack. Yeah, I'm a little quick.
Okay.
So
It's really hard
it's
to
green. It's green, so it doesn't.
Oh, no, it's flooding in with your background. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there's the man. So, actually, he's the expert. We're going to bring Ray in here, too.
Oh, Ray. Hey, I can see his face.
There's our Ray.
Boy, are you in trouble.
So, these great things have a little heater in between. You drop them in a little pack. And they're probably a lot better than ones.
Oh, my
God.
Ray. MRE.
So, yeah. So, Ray's
MRE
actually part of Tactical Bigfoot Research, too. And he's had some really cool experiences. And drop a little bit of water in here in about 10 minutes.
Was that an actual beaker that you just used?
No. Helpless plugged for no BS.
Oh. Okay.
Another guy that's small business right now in Lakeville, New York. They're having if you need a beer at this time of year, and you can stop and see them. They have car service. So you walk right out to the car and drive up, grab a growler or a couple of cans or whatever. But they're a small microbrewery. It's a veterans-owned business, and he's a former cop, and, we give him some credit. So I have Bad Boy steaming already. So how you doing today, Red? Ooh. I got a little warmer than I thought it was. So
her head looks huge on video.
Whose head looks huge? Is it Jen?
Yeah.
Where is she?
Yeah, his Ray's does.
See, he gets it about the hair. I get it about my head.
Yeah.
You guys are so unappreciative. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, look, you're good looking.
No, it just said Shannon just posted that Cuomo just banned liquor at 8 p.m. today. When did that happen? All right.
Thank you, Donna. We needed that.
It's going to be beat on Mike night tonight.
Hey, listen, trying to get you to eat healthy is like me trying to get Greg to eat healthy since he retired from the military, okay?
Yeah.
It really does. It happens, and then he puts his own twist on it. The joke in my house is I can spend 5 hours cooking a nice home-cooked meal from scratch, and then what he does, he goes in there and he slithers it with cheese and other stuff, and 10 minutes later, he's like, comes in with this sleep that I don't even know what it is, but it wasn't the meal I made, so yeah.
So, Ray, how was you have had some cool experiences. You've been down to South America and seen some cool things down there. What did you come across down in South America on your camping trip?
Well, let me tell you.
So give us a little bit of your background first.
All right, I'll give you my background first. So I was Ranger Class 8 of 89. And at the end of 89, of course, U.S. invaded Panama, and I got to be the lovely recipient of a brass souvenir that flies out of the end of a barrel. And put me in the hospital for a while, and got bored with my life, and decided to go down to South America and spend some time with the anti-narcotics teams, and was introduced to what the let me see how I'm going to say this. The indigenous people call it the Mapinguari, and it's their version of, I believe, a North American Sasquatch. I've personally seen them. I have two friends of mine that are still alive. Um, they are witnesses to it. We had several encounters over 2 weeks. Um, I'm not sure it knew what we were at first, because when he ran into us, it was more of a case of we were in full tiger stripes and including face paint, the whole works. So we believe the first night was he was trying to figure out what in the world we were. Knowing that he mostly had seen either lowland Quechua or Waronai Indians most of his life, if and I'm not an expert on how long they live or whatever, but these people really believe in them. We were told about them for months before I actually was ever out in the jungle. When I got out in the Amazon, I was not a believer. Hold on a second, because I'm hearing voices in my head. That's my wife. She's got to turn hers down.
I'm not even talking.
You have to turn your volume down. Okay. So now the voices are gone in my head.
They'll be in mine tomorrow.
Are you sure?
That's right. They're going to be in yours tomorrow.
I think you're lucky to have that voice in your head.
Yeah, so
voice reason.
we got into a base camp at night, and the Iwo Iwas are the Quechua guides, and they were telling us all about the Mapinguari and that the giant ape of the jungle. Now, some of the tribes had told us it was a giant sloth. Others had depicted as a sort of like a giant anteater. But the Quechua and the Waronai, now the Waronai tribes are the guardians of the rainforest and have been since the time of Pizarro came amongst the Incas. And they were telling me that he is a humanoid. And of course, like I said, most of us thought they were using way too much of their product that we were trying to stop. And we got into base camp that night, and the very first encounter, he come up alongside of a rock wall to a side of a tree, stood right looking at us. And of course, we only use red lens flashlights. And one of the things that Mike and I talked about was we got a lot of red eye shine, but I realized that we were using red lens flashlights. But we were able to see him from head to toe, very close distance. We're not talking hundreds of yards. We're talking short distances, less than 50, more like 20, 25. And didn't make any moves, just kind of stood there, looked at us at first. And I really believe he was trying to figure out what we were. And what our surprise was and how the Iwas reacted to it as almost like it was a god, or a deity, like they were paying respects to it. And it left, got away from us, and then let out the only thing I've been able to ever hear. And Mike has given me some soundtracks to listen to that I've looked up on the internet. I was able to find one out of Kentucky, a howl that was the same thing that we heard down there. Now, we heard this howl 3 different times. It's just like the one that I've heard from the Kentucky area. Whether that makes any difference or not, I don't know. But it was eerie. And you have 60 guys all with rifles and heavy tactical equipment, and not one of us wanted to fire a shot. It's too You know, I hear so many people say, "Oh, I see Bigfoot. I'm going to shoot that thing. I'm going to be famous." You know, when you see it, you realize it's human. It's like a human. It's not something you just want to take its life. So, oh yeah, I want to become famous. We were more stunned the first time, but even the second time, we were more mesmerized by what the heck we were seeing, because you know 10 white guys from Pennsylvania, New York, and Rhode Island and Maine are looking at this thing going, what in the world did we just see? You know, and all of us grew up, you know, as kids, you know, hearing stories about Bigfoot. You just can't get that in your mind. And I suppose it's the same thing, like, you know, with Christy, the first time I ever saw a spirit, you know, I told you what happened. I had the quick reaction that I thought it was alive, and I took some shots at it. Didn't work.
How'd that work out for you?
Yeah, I went one way and it went the other, and I don't even remember. I never looked back, and you still haven't got me out, and I don't think you ever will. But it's the same thing with the Mapinguari is after you experience it, you want more.
Yeah.
And when I met Mike through my wife, I didn't even know he was an enthusiast or anything. And I have now, before I die on this world, I want to see if there is a North American version, because I know for sure and can swear to God on the holiest that there is a South American version. And it would only be logical, only be educational to know that if there's one in South America, there's got to one or more in South America. There's got to be his cousin, brother, sister, whatever there is in North America. And if I wouldn't have seen him more than once, I probably would have claimed the first time maybe I chewed too much on a coca leaf. But you know, seeing him 3 times within 2 week period. And the third time he was very unhappy with us and did the same behaviors that a lot of people experience elsewhere in the United States. The rock throwing, tree knocking, letting you know that he was not happy we were in his backyard.
Wow.
And the Amazon's just not, it seems like everything in the Amazon wants to kill you. But we didn't get that feeling from it. It was just curious of who we were, because like I said, I think most of its life it's seen indigenous people, and these were the first time he's seen these types of creatures wearing this weird stuff that makes them look like the jungle. And as what one of the Ewok guides told me is, we look like we are the people that make the jungle move, and that makes sense. I mean, you know, I'm totally, I don't know how to pull the picture up, Mike, but picture my unit that was there. Um, but there's quite a few of us that have survived. That unfortunately, a few of my friends have committed suicide. That's a veteran issue, as you guys know. 22 a day. We've lost a few since then, but you know, there's still quite a few of us alive that were there with me that night. And we when I did the radio show back about a year ago, a lot of guys jumped on and listened to it, and they said, man, that brought back a lot of memories. And you know, I really would like to get them to meet Mike and some of the other Bigfoot researchers out here to let them know that, you know, holy crap, you know, there was more than one guy saw this. And we even have, my wife knows the female guide that was, her mother was with us. Her mother was a female guide, and she's the one that told us the whole story that night. And of course, it did feel like a ghost tale after seeing it. You're being told these stories that, and you know, and of course, one of the guides throw in they particularly prefer white meat, you know. So okay, you know, so you know, you kind of sleep with one eye open every night, but it never was hostile with us. It clearly did not like us being there, but I think it was because it didn't understand what or who we were. I can't imagine. I mean, I know I look at the picture today, and you look at our faces, we don't look human. You know, we're completely tiger striped out. The faces are tiger striped. You look like a moving bush, and it must have thought that. But as far as size comparison, I guesstimated 7 to 8, 8.5 tops, feet tall, hairy. The big thing about the Mapinguari is that they always claimed he had a central eye in his stomach. That is not. That comes from traditional paintings, because it's a white spot. It's shaped as a vertical eye, not as a horizontal, but as a vertical eye, and it is a white spot. So that's where some of this mystery comes from, that he has an eye in his stomach. It's actually a white spot. It's not actually moving eye or anything else like that. But
well, I mean,
definitely bipedal.
I had a third eye, but hey.
Yeah, I mean, bipedal. It's that
can't see it, but it's there.
brown, the lightish reddish brown hair, long, stinks to high heaven. And of course, if you lived in a swamp all your life, especially the Amazon, because I know I came back after a 74-day mission and they had to burn my clothes. So I mean, I can't imagine the burden. But I'm also known as a Hartsville Sasquatch because I got caught on camera with my ghillie suit on, hunting a coyote, and some guy turned it into Bigfoot thing, saying he saw Sasquatch in Hartsville, New York. Well, that was me. So no, there is none up here so far. We're working on it, but it's not a guy in a ghillie suit.
Ray, if you stunk that bad, is that how you got lost in the woods while you were down there? The guys just ran away the other way, or
I think they left.
That's a whole nother episode.
They think they left me on purpose.
And you had some great experiences with the paranormal too. I mean,
yeah, I have, and that's why I'm a little. Man.
I just found our map today. I cleaned my office. I had to clean my office for this show, and I just found that I finally just threw it out.
Yeah, that's probably been the one that stuck with me the most, because I still have dreams about it, and I'm just waiting for the time. I'm waiting for the time. We were supposed to be already out to the park, but because we're stuck here in my beautiful home, I can't go anywhere because I have a cool immune system. But I will get both you guys to that park.
I can't wait.
I'm not going to say anything more than that. I'm just going to take you guys to where I think is important and let Christy do the talking.
Yeah. Well, and Ray, I mean, your background with the paranormal, I mean, you were out with one of the first TV guys before he was out there, wasn't he?
So, gosh.
You know, it's...
Yeah, well, all right. So most people know I went to Brigham Young University, and one of the paranormal psychologists that was studying paranormal activity back there, he's got his own show. I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want to get a lawsuit, because sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't. But he taught me a lot about the equipment. And when I first met my wife, she's like, why do you have a laser that shoots little green dots all over the wall? Why do you have an EMP? All this kind of stuff. So, there was reason. I've done it a little bit, but I can't handle the big stuff like you guys can. I mean, when stuff gets real, when they're touching and feeling on me, and no, I'm gone. See you gone. Bye. And like I said, I've been banned from a place I won't mention, but if you're in Palmyra and my picture's up there, then you know. But I got so scared one night, I was carrying concealed, and I thought what I thought was real, so I took a shot. And bullets don't go well downstairs. And I got kicked out of the place. So I know the owner's probably watching this going, yeah, it was you. I remember. I got my daylight scared right out of me. I didn't expect it. It's both the star of the show and myself have the same religious background. It's frowned upon in our denomination to ghost hunt, and so we're kind of And the reason why is because we believe that there is spirits out there, and we believe that spirits do communicate with us. We believe this, and they just don't want us aggravating entities that don't like us. And
Or claiming that we're God. That was a whole big part of it too. And there's a big difference between being the medium and being, claiming that you're God and having that ego get in the way of that,
Yeah.
And then there's that whole control thing with the Catholic Church. I'll just say it. I mean, I love my religion and it's great, but being Christian and everything is wonderful. But yeah, I mean, there's that whole control issue with,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I put it right out there. There you go.
Sharon's got a good thing here. You're out for the big smelly, hairy thing, but it goes the other way.
That was me.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same way too, but no.
I don't know. I heard you pretty steady. I heard you pretty steady and cautious, but I really would like to finish I feel like it's unfinished business up in Bethany. And I would like to close that chapter. It was a night that I will never forget. I did not tell Christy a single thing about that event. And I came home and it bothered me. My wife said, "Why don't you ask her about it?" I said very basic questions, almost trying to get out of her. And she told me the whole story without me saying anything. And that's when I learned that I can say that she is definitely real, not a fraud. Because she told me there's only two of us there that witnessed this, and the other guy's scared to death. Won't even talk. He denies even seen anything, but she was able to even draw a map of where I was standing, and that was incredible. And
I get to my garbage still.
It's
Thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
And some of my research, which I'm not going to tell you about, but some of my research
I don't know.
has really backed up everything you've said to me already. That's all I'm going to say. Because
Awesome.
I want you to go out there, and I want you and Mike to go out there with me and see what we saw. But it's a very interesting place. And Mike, I agree with you. The I don't know what you care on the caretaker of the facility itself. He's kind of a jerk. Apologize if you're listening, but you are. But the park area is open to the public, and my research has found that through over the times that the facility was open, many individuals were buried in the park without even family knowing about it, and that's a very sad situation. And I think I'm going to end it there because I just don't want to ruin it for the investigation. But that was my realism call to the talking to the other side. I know the mop and glory is real. I've seen it, smelled it, saw it, heard it, everything. But until you see something, a lot of people don't have that faith.
Right.
I've seen ghosts, and what happened to me up there, and to have a medium tell me exactly what happened when she was a couple hundred miles away, and draw a map of where I was and everything, when only my son and another guy knew exactly who, what, where, when, and why. That was pretty realistic. I mean, there's more there to discover. I know that.
I gotta meet your wife. Yeah. I love your wife.
She's trying to get me to go into the snake bites. I'm not doing that.
No, we'll get you back. We'll get you back on a night, a full night. Maybe we'll get a couple of guys from the unit, and
that'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
Maybe we'll get your other buddy there, the other survivalist that had his little experience, and see what we can do. So
I haven't talked to him in a long time, and it's time I reach out to him and and say, hey, how you doing? You remember me? And we do share a bond that only two Americans can say that. Well, he's Canadian, so I wrote only two white people that can say that has happened. So, that'd be great.
All right. So, Christy, do you have anything for Ray? Anything? because we brought him on. This is a reading show tonight, and then we'll kick the
Oh.
top Ray, and then
I
we'll.
don't get in trouble.
If not, we'll get him off the air. So
I don't know. Am I going to freak him out again or what?
I don't know.
The one thing that I am actually being told from the right side, and for those of you who don't know, the right side is divine for me. Spirit guides, angels, saints, guardians, all the way up to God, Jesus, the universe. And I keep being told that the upcoming appointments you have are going to work out just fine. So you don't need to worry. Now, I'm not a doctor. I am talking about a health issue. I cannot diagnose people. But I am being given reassurance that you're going to have some things work out in your favor. And you need to stop stressing out about it so bad, because what's really making the issue worse is the stress level that you have. And I'm hearing clear up. It'll clear up.
I saw my doctor yesterday, and what you just said just half came true already.
Yes. Good. So they're reassuring you, don't worry.
Yeah, they just told me don't get coronavirus.
yeah.
Okay. Well, then don't worry. And your stress level is going to aggravate every situation you have. And I don't know what your situation is physically, but the more you relax, the better your system will flow. That's exactly what they just said. The more you relax, the better your system will flow. You need things to flow.
Awesome. Can I get rid of 3 teenagers and a wife?
I'll take your wife. I already told you about the trade with the kids, okay?
Hey, my
I got that issue in my house. One of the reasons I had to clean out was because my son is actually here crashing. I was like, shoot, your grandpa has to go in my office now. So I know. So yeah, so I got that. But hey, I told you I'll trade Greg for Jen. You guys look at great military.
I'm sure we'll find something to do. Well, I thank you both for having me.
I'm sure you will.
I would really like to come on, especially after we get a chance to go up and do a little investigation, and that would be an awesome show. And Mike, I know, I am confident that you and I are going to find the Hartsville Bigfoot. I'm telling you right now, he's out there. We'll find him.
We'll find him. All right, brother. Be safe.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for coming on.
You,
you
guys. Thanks, Jen.
Bye, Jen.
All right. Bye.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Have a good night. Stay well.
All right.
I've only talked to Ray that one time when we were on the phone, and yeah, that was crazy. I've not met him in person yet. Nothing. Yeah, very good guy. What?
I overcooked him.
I was gonna say when I was
waiting for a minute there for us to go in. So,
okay. So you guys ready for readings?
Right.
For the pizza thing or whatever that is.
Yeah, let's do our thing here. Is folks, I'm pulling from 5 different locations tonight. I'm pulling from Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as what am I on? Twitch tonight? Yes. So as the messages come in, and I've already got some of you guys written down already that started asking right at the beginning, I will pass them off to Christy, and I will post them so everybody else can kind of see. And Christy, if you want to give your little speech about your reading, excuse me very much.
Okay. So you guys, just remember, please, for those of you who don't know, I need you to keep your questions short and to the point. If you want to hear from somebody specific, you can ask. I can't make anybody come forward and talk to me, but you'll always get some sort of guidance, whether it's from the right or the left. The left is spirit. That's anybody who's passed away from this life onto the next. Yes, that includes animals. I've yet to channel a plant, but you never know. Anything is possible. And the right is, like I mentioned earlier, divine. So that's your spirit guides, angels, saints, guardians, all the way up to God or whoever your higher power is. And I do work with divine on some level as well. So you never know where the information will come from, but it's just easier in this venue. And if you want to hear from somebody, don't say grandma or uncle, or please give me their first names. And that will help as well, just to identify, who you're looking for a little more clearly. Let us know where you're from too. That'd be fun too. And it always kind of helps as well. All right. But yeah, and please don't write Mike a paragraph because he won't be able to read it. It's way too hard and he's juggling so much. So in this, and then I get to more, we want to get to as many as possible. And let's say a prayer for me that my voice is going to hold out because this is just like the norm anymore for some reason. All right. So
first one's up.
All right.
From Jillian. Hi. Is my mom proud of me for raising my son alone?
Absolutely. I saw your question earlier. Actually, it jumped out at me. And it would not have been her first choice, but she knew you could do it. She may not have always said it. She may not have been as encouraging as she should have been. And not necessarily in a bad way, but I feel like this is her opinion and her feeling on it, that she could have or should have said or done more outwardly to let you know this. And like I can feel that internal struggle as a mom, like, did I say enough? Did I do enough? Crap, I should have really let them know and made sure they knew. I'm hearing he's a wonderful boy, a wonderful boy. He's smart, he's funny, and I'm hearing the word intellectual. I'm also saying hands and knuckles that look like they probably have arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, something like that. So they're arthritic. I feel like that's indicative of your mom. So yeah, you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. She's showing me your struggle. Financially, you will be okay. It is going to be hard. It's going to be even tougher for a while. But if she keeps going like this, use your head. You've got this. Use your head. So as long as you do that, you're going to be just fine. All right. So thank you so much for your question, honey. Best of luck and stay well.
Mike likes the pizza. He's going to the fridge again.
I've been doing that often a lot too. I had to put my fat pants back on. It's not good. It's not good, you guys.
Right,
not at all.
Tanya, let's see, 803. All right. From Tanya. Chrissy, wondering if you had any message from an old friend, Lonnie.
Hi, Tanya. My chest and right in here feels like it's squeezing from both sides on the inside. It's almost like a panic, anxiety, can't breathe. And no, it's not my bronchitis. He wants you to get out more. You need to get out more. You're afraid to get out. You're afraid to push the limit, especially lately. I feel like you have anxiety about these different things in general in life. Excuse me, but you need to make the effort to get out and get the fresh air. He says it will do you good. Stop being so afraid of everything all the time. He says little things, little things, little things. It's always the little things. He says this too shall pass. Get through it. Enjoy the moments. Slow down. Take it in. It will be okay. All right. So thank you for your question, honey. Best of luck and stay well. Let's see how many times. All right, we're gonna do something tonight. We're gonna see how many times Mike forgets to take it off mute before he starts talking. So that would be number 2 for you tonight, my dear.
All right. So we're asking if you like, you can share, do a watch party. We did are doing a special show tonight for over 400 followers on Facebook. If we can get 100 on either Instagram or YouTube, we'll do another one. We have another show coming up on April 7th with Melanie Rauscher from Naked and Afraid, and she may be joined with another couple other Naked and Afraid folks who have had some paranormal experiences while filming the show. I'm friends with a lot of those guys. I've been in the woods with those. There's a bunch of them. I was just in the woods with Aaron Phillips.
In the woods with them, or just in the woods with them?
Just no. I don't do bugs. I'm not going in the woods naked. No, I don't need to scare wildlife, and I don't need to. Yeah, I don't need to be bit by bugs, nor do I need to scare the wildlife away. So
or Bigfoot. I mean, you never know.
Yeah,
the experiences they've had.
I'm still trying to go through all the audio from that craziness down there. and having a bear sneak up from me. I was not running through the woods naked with a bear chasing me. Not going to happen. So next one is going to be from Brenda. So, Christy, given the current circumstances, should I look for a new career path?
Hi, Brenda. No, even though your first reaction and your gut says to do it, no, not yet. Yes, down the road. No, not yet. Your guides are saying you're too good at what you do and they need you where you are. And you already know this. Stay put is what I'm hearing. Stay put. Very clear, very to the point on this one with you. Something about medication with you too. I'm seeing your naproxen, or I'm seeing your and yes, I know Brenda, so I know she takes naproxen. Stop. That's what I'm hearing from your guide. Stop. I almost feel like you're taking too much of something. You're taking it and you shouldn't be, and it's not right for you. So look into that as far as that goes with the medication. And it's a prescription pill bottle too. Yeah. It's a script. All right. All right. Thank you, Brenda. Stay well, honey.
Okay. Next one's going to be from Rowena. Love, a message from my mom. Been 2 years on April 8th.
Hi, Rowena. The first thing I heard was April showers bring May flowers. The sun will always come out. There will always be light. I love you. And I'm seeing this woman. She's gorgeous. She's probably in her 40s or around 40. Even if she didn't pass, this is how she's presenting. Even if she was older, this is how I see her. Excuse me. And she's in this beautiful flowy dress. She almost looks to be like a Spanish dancer, and I apologize for my ignorance. And she's far away too, so it's hard for me to see her. But the way she's dressed, she's in that beautiful dance type of a dress that flows and spins when she dances, and she's very fluent with her movement. And a lot of times too, when I see them as far away as I'm seeing her, it means she's been gone a long time, or she has not been able to do that, or was not able to do that for a very long time. There was a distance or a space or a gap. She's like shaking it up and she's snapping her fingers and she's getting all into it. And she says, my time has come. Stop worrying about her. She's exactly where she needs to be. She's in the light. It doesn't get any better than that. And yes, she is always around you. She says, do you want me to watch you more closely? I will. If not, stop worrying. All right. So thank you for your question, honey. Stay well. Okay.
Okay. Florence was her mom. Just thank you on that. Just a couple of follow-ups on some things here. Marilyn says she only has one pair of fat jeans. Marilyn is also laughing. Hello, Becky. Jen says, me naked can make anyone afraid. John, oh my God. So, yeah, I thought that would give you a little craziness there. So,
awesome.
I'm going to come back up here.
John, can you be a little more clear on the oh my God? Because there's a lot of. I mean, anything you want to share about Mike, I'm sure we'd all appreciate a good laugh. However,
yeah,
you got to be a little more specific.
So let me.
Texting you. Shut up! Don't say anything.
Jen also had a follow up too on your reading for Ray. Thank you for said the docs have figured out what causing the leg pain. Woohoo!
Wonderful. So, I'm very happy to hear that. That's awesome. Good. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So let me get back up here. So let's go up to 27. Okay, we did that one. we did that one.
You know, with all that hair and the dark hair, you actually stand out against your background.
Oh, I changed some of the lighting and stuff. Yeah, with hair. Yeah, okay.
With hair, yeah, because your hair is dark, so like you actually pop out instead of being like this head that I see. What do you guys think?
Okay, this is from Tammy. Hey, Christy, will my current foster stay or go back?
Your guides are saying that although it is most likely your first option to send your foster back, he needs you. He needs to stay. He's exactly where he needs to be. And I do feel like it will be tough. I feel like you don't think it fits. I also, your question stuck out to me earlier too, when I saw it. First, I felt like you were talking about a boy, but then I felt like you were talking about a dog. So there's definitely two things going on that are being brought to my attention. And I feel like you have I'm getting like a tightness in my chest right here. I feel like you had a male that's coming forward now that had a heart attack or a heart issue or something like that. But I feel like the heart attack or the issue was not necessarily something that was I feel like this is a grandfather of yours. It's almost like you felt a squeeze and a pressure, but that was it. And then there was nothing. So this man is saying to you, stay. He needs to stay. You need him and he needs you. It will be okay. You're being reassured that it will be okay. It will be tough, but that's what makes it worth it. For sure. Yeah. So thank you for your question, honey. Stay well.
Okay.
Sorry, I guess noises with my desk and my elbows.
Oh, let's see. Everybody's giving me comments on my hair. More craziness on my hair.
Thank you for that. We threw a lot of shots. I just wanted to make sure I understood what she was talking about.
I'll come back to that one in a few.
Okay.
Because I need to come back from that one. Okay. I picked on Mike, and I got to find his again one more time here. So let me. Mary Ann is at 8. And again, folks, I'm pulling from 5 different locations, so you wonder why yours may not come in line. I'm just going kind of where I get them in here. And so this is, I'm going to give you one half. So Mary Ann's wondering about her parents, and I got to go down to 8 down here because she actually sent me parents' names here. So,
okay. Hi, Mary Ann.
So Mary Ann or Sylvester?
So they show me your job and they say the struggle is real for you. They also show me your grandson. And they tell me what a cutie he is, a cutie pie, to be specific. And how proud of you they are, of you and your husband, but especially you for biting the bullet and doing what you've had to do and to get him through some very tough and difficult situations. Your mom is shaking her head saying, I never thought you could do it, you know, and then not because you couldn't do it, because maybe it was too emotional or maybe it would have been too, you know, with your own struggles, maybe you didn't think you had it in you. Or maybe she's talking about you thinking you couldn't do it. She says flat out, you're a good mom. You're a good mom. I feel like you're sitting at home scared and wondering what's going to happen and what's going on. And that's internally in your home with your personal business and finances. And she keeps saying, this too shall pass. It will be okay. She says, weather the storm. You know how to weather the storm. Okay. So thank you so much for your question, and hi to your grandson. Have a great night and stay well, okay? Miss you.
All right. So Tammy had to back up. It's a girl. We had to put a dog to sleep, and it crushed my heart. That's why you got the dog. And that they told her it was a boy when he was placed. Sorry, I lost the pet. That's a hard thing.
Yeah, thank you for the validation.
Coming back up here. Mike, and I didn't put a time down, so now I gotta dig through here.
Go with your gut and just whatever pops out.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, sure, okay. He goes right back to the system. Don't worry, if they're meant to get a message, they'll get a message.
That's right. There's our commentary in between here. That's kind of. So this was another two-parter. This was from Angela. She's from Ireland.
Angela.
But she had a second on a message, and I'm trying to find it again.
Girl, you need to stop and start smelling the roses more. You get out, but you don't know how to take it in. Like you get out and you do things in life. And I see that you can actually look around and appreciate it.
Second half slow. Yep. Sorry.
Listen. Somebody mute him. Wait, where's his mute? No, but really, you just you need to take it in and start feeling again. I feel like you're numb. Your guides are telling me you feel like you're broken. You're not broken. You need to just I open my eyes and he has his mop top behind him. Sorry. You have been through so much in your life, and a lot of good and a lot of bad. And if you learn how to truly feel in your core that moment, that vulnerability, you're going to open back up in a way, again, that's very scary, but it's so worth it. It's going to be so worth it. I'm also picking up on a son being told he's very smart and that music is key for him. So pay attention to that as well. Okay. Thank you for your question. Thank you so much for tuning in, especially all the way from Ireland.
Okay. Next one's from Jen. Mike and I lost a coworker, Carrie Ann. She's still around us.
Today, she said somebody has to make sure this place runs the right way. She says, Jen, you're doing the right thing. You've always known how to do the right thing, especially when it was hard or tough and everybody else pussied out. Those are her words. Mike, take care of Jana. You know what to do. Work will always be there, you guys. You need to live your lives. Happiness is the key. It doesn't matter how many things are in place. It doesn't matter how many rules and regulations are followed. Happiness is the key. Without it, you have nothing. Okay.
Next one's from Mike Gallagher. Does my dad Joe have anything for me or my uncle Dave?
Hi, Mike. I keep saying what looks like a cigar. Now I'm seeing a motorcycle. So if you can't connect with a motorcycle literally with your uncle, or excuse me, with your dad, personality-wise, this is the symbol that they show me when they want to describe their personality. So what he's trying to tell me is that he lived life. He probably pushed the envelope, pushed the edge. Probably was a little wild and crazy and reckless. He could also be using that to describe one of you, though, as well. I feel like it's a little bit of both, or all three, if you want the honest to God truth. So he looks at you, though, and shakes his finger and says, be careful. I want you to be careful. He said, proceed with caution. You think you have it all figured out yet, and you don't yet. He said, so make sure you pay close attention to the details. There's a few I's that have not been dotted and a couple of T's that have yet to be crossed. He says, but those are not things that you can control. You have to wait it out, and you have to just kind of let things happen. Stop trying to control all the time. You can't do it, and you're going to drive yourself crazy. It will be okay. Just let it go. Let it flow. Yeah. Thank you so much for your question, honey. Stay well.
Thank you. From Penny, Christy, I'd like to know if my spirit guide has any messages for me, please, and thank you.
Hi, Penny. I keep hearing teach, and they're very adamant. Teach, like you already know this. Teach, and teach doesn't have to be like teach in the traditional sense. You know, my sister's a teacher. It's you can be a mentor to somebody. You can just be an example. But I do feel like this requires more cognizant effort and I'm hearing the word collaboration. So you definitely need to rise to the occasion and be more aware of what they want you to do. You need to answer the call because I really feel like your gut is telling you what to do, or you're feeling a pull, if nothing else. You're afraid to follow it. Don't be afraid to follow it. You don't give yourself enough credit with what you do and how you do it and the experience you have and the kind of person you are. Go for it. Definitely go for it. They need you is what I'm hearing. Okay. So best of luck with that, honey. Thank you for your question. Be well.
Melissa, my background is a Land Rover that I found in a Land Rover graveyard. Actually, we're out on a Bigfoot expedition, and the lady's son had bought a whole bunch of them and buried them in the woods. Never got to put them together, so it was an interesting setup to find them. And I'm a connoisseur of Land Rovers, so that one's back there.
Are you? Is it your connoisseur?
Yeah. I had a beautiful Land Rover till it burned up Thanksgiving a couple years back, and it turned around, and I haven't gone back to get another one since. Now we drive a Jeep. So Mike says thank you.
You're very welcome, honey.
Angela, thank you so much. And he loves music. Good. The pick of someone. Now that's my head in the background. We're just trying not to scare people with what I look like with hair because they've gotten rid of all the barber shops, and I keep threatening to go back to that haircut. So
I feel like your wife's the one who's got to live with you. Although she could just probably tease it and do something funky with it. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
You get online, just yank.
It's going to be a mohawk by the end of the day. You know, I think it's going to get shaved today.
That's hysterical.
Let's see. So let's get back up to 42. All right. So from Carmela, I've had a few hard months. Any message from my sister? Any good coming my way? And I think there was a follow-up with the sister's name. Sister's name is Nicole.
So Nicole is showing me a handbag her purse. And when I see that, you can connect literally, like maybe that makes sense to you. But symbolically, which is more what I feel, wow, all of a sudden I'm getting a tightness in my neck. The purse or the handbag is symbolic of the fact that she's trying to tell me, describe personality again. And usually it means that she was a good dresser, she accessorized, she was well put together in some way. I keep hearing her say, you just wait, you can't even begin to believe what you have coming your way. And she's so excited. You have worked so hard for something, but I feel like there has been a big lull with it in between, and you feel like it was lost, or your hard work went for nothing, or but she says that is not true. You did all the legwork, and now you just needed to let time go by and let the wheels turn. And she says you have no idea what's coming for you financially. You're going to be set, or you will get to a point where you will be set. She says you're going to be happy and fulfilled in a way you can't even imagine yet. And I do feel like she's talking about your job, but I also feel like there's going to be a move at some point in between for that. And it's getting hard for me to breathe, and I don't think this is me. I think this is her. Excuse me. She says, you need to calm the fuck down is what you need to do. And sorry, everybody for out there, usually they're pretty good in a forum like this, but when Spirit says or does something, I have to do it, or I have to relay the message exactly verbatim. So your sister's telling you to do that. And she says, for Christ's sake, girl, you got your whole life ahead of you. Chill the hell out. Okay. It's coming. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're in the process of doing it. You don't even realize you're in the process of doing it. So give yourself some credit, she says, and slow down and enjoy the ride. Because one day you're going to wake up and go, well, wait a second, what happened in between? And you don't want to do that. Okay. So thank you for your question, honey. Best of luck and stay well.
All right, turn myself back on.
You already on.
Yeah, well, I turned it off because the puppies were deciding that they wanted to bark all of a sudden. So,
oh, those are our mascots. Well, yeah, Matt and my little Peabody Max is like as big as Vita's leg.
Yeah, well, Vita decided to eat a whole box of cookies today. The giant box of large cookies. So I have a very cheeky Doberman right now. She left one cookie because she broke out of her room and left one cookie in front of the shepherd's house. So how the shepherd
you're gonna go dog biscuits.
Yeah, I'm talking. The big.
So I was thinking Oreos.
Yeah, the big dog. Yeah. So full box, like the giant box that eat all but one cookie, and left the one cookie in front of her sister's room.
Well, at least you guys taught her to share. I mean, you can't get mad at her for that.
Share, but I mean, God, those big teeth. So Sharon has a question.
Hi, Sharon.
And I've been trying to find this back and forth because Sharon sticks with us to and from the end. She was with us all night the other night for our investigation, so she got to see all the cool stuff.
She's actually gone on investigations with us.
Yes.
Public ones, and yes,
so
man.
Christy, my son, is watching. He's Jacob Philcorn.
Hi, Jacob.
Is there anything you can tell me or him?
Oh, Jake, you need to relax because you already know you got your shit together and you already know things are going to work out for you. I feel like things are taking a little too long, and I think that you're starting to freak out about that, but there's no reason to. You're on the right path. You're doing what you're supposed to do. School is good. Work is going well. Believe it or not, it's not always about what you think or the answers you get or the things that you can rationalize. It's about having faith. And, your grandparents just showed up. They were right there, hand in hand, backing you up every step of the way. So you need to just breathe. In the words of Mike, just Mike, breathe. Yeah. You're doing okay, kiddo. So keep up the good work. There's nothing for you to worry about right now. Everything will work out just fine. I promise. It may not be the way you think it should or the way that you thought it would be mapped out, but everything is going to work out exactly the way it should, which means your life is on the right path and you're on the right track. Okay. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. Stay well and have a good night. Okay.
Okay. Let me do a quick little validation there. I'm on the wrong screen. Let's see. Carmela says, thank you. That's exactly how she would have talked to me.
Oh, Whew, thank God. You never know how people are going to react. And that's nothing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I have no shame. That's the problem.
Sharon was wondering which grandparents.
Of course, Sharon was wondering which grandparents. The response to that was yours. That's what they said, yours. And it's funny because Sharon has read with me many times and knows there's a certain way. So normally if it's a great grandparent, they'll let me know, or if it's, maternal, paternal, they'll let me know. They're not letting me know. The answer to that question is yours. That's what they're saying. But they are a cute couple, and they came hand in hand, and they're holding hands, and they're still holding hands. So I feel like that's what you need to pay attention to. Yeah. Yeah. It could be any generation, you guys, when people come through, and it's a little bit harder. Like, I always say one-on-one is easier for me to explain things. I can't take too much time to explain too much of how this works as I'm reading, but yeah, hand in hand. Yeah. Okay. So thank you.
Yeah. Marilyn, anything from my family, mom, dad, grandparents, or brother?
Hi, Marilyn. So I see you look at me and you smile. And then I look at your teeth and they say, go. Go. They're telling you to go. Take care of it now. Don't be afraid. And then I see a big room that looks like Keith's probably like contraction room. And they said, clean up this mess. So sorry, Keith.
I'm not touching that one.
So they're telling me he's been busy. And stay off his back, she says. I feel like this is your mom and your dad talking to me. Stay off his back. Keeps him busy. Just clean up the mess. Yes. So thank you for your question. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope to see you again soon when this is all over.
All right. 44. I'm not. From Mary Christina, would love to hear from my dad, Bernie, who passed away in 2000.
Something about a car outside, and then I feel like car accident or accident. But he keeps emphasizing accident. Now he's pointing at you. You had an accident? I was there. Too fast. Things were moving too fast. Wow, he's all over the place. I'm trying to just get him to kind of like calm down. His energy's like real rubbed up. Very excitable. He's also saying to you, don't throw stones. And I think that's metaphoric. Don't throw stones. And then I see somebody throwing a boulder back at you. So be very careful. Okay. Watch your step. All right. Thank you for your question, sweetie. Stay well.
I'm muted again.
Took all the fun out of it. See, I wanted to keep track of it and make fun of you, and now you're remembering.
Yeah. Get a little hard for me to breathe over here on this side too, so kind of interesting.
Well, anybody who knows Mike personally knows you get a phone call or you get a text message every so often. Breathe, damn it. What's wrong with you? Breathe.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know.
Somebody needs to breathe, yes. Someone in the little group of craziness that we have. Let me see here. Marilyn says that his room is a mess, just so you know. Folks,
go ahead.
Again, if you please share, like, put a watch party up for us. When we hit 100 view or subscribers on our YouTube or our Instagram, we'll go and live with another reading show. If not, we've got some other guests coming up soon, and we've got some really cool guests coming along. So let me get back up here to another reading.
Yeah, we're almost there.
I've got my
please.
Times in here, and this one is from Sharon K. Hi, Christy and Mike. Any messages for my mom or dad for me?
Hi, Sharon. So mom is showing me an apron, which symbolically means that she's trying to tell me that she liked to cook or was known to cook, even if it was just one thing. Your dad's kind of gesturing to his throat like this. Like, but not quite choking, not quite, I can't breathe, something, but it's kind of frantic. Excuse me. Sorry guys, my voice is trying to get. I'm picking up on a son and a daughter for you as well. And I'll also say too, you need this validation. Whenever spirit uses symbols or visions or anything to communicate with me, and they don't come forward where I can actually see them, or they don't talk to me the way some of them will, it's because they're letting me know what was going on at the time of their passing. And what it means is they were not able to communicate, whether effectively or at all, at the time that they passed, whether it was 2 minutes before they died or 6 months before they died. They could have even been in a coma or unconscious. I'm hearing pots and pans. I'm seeing a big pot, and I'm seeing somebody bang with a utensil on the side of it. It looks like a wooden spoon or something. It's just banging on the side of it. They're telling you you're going to have a life full of love. I don't feel like, excuse me, I don't feel like you can believe it right now. Your mom steps forward and says things will get better. And she says, believe it because it's coming. So thank you so much for your question. I hope you're staying well.
That's 8:59. Okay. Let me just follow up on a couple of things. That's a thank you. Man, there was some follow up that, oh my God, she bought a new Lexus in December. Maybe that's what he's warning me because I do drive fast sometimes. So
well, enjoy that, but please be safe. Yes. Holy God. So no dad knows about the car. And your left foot, just saying.
Cops don't want to be getting out of the car talking to people right now, especially with all this going around. So let's keep them safe, keep you safe.
And also, I feel like there's like a cranberry or a burgundy color. That's what I keep saying.
My poor hair. I'm getting picked on hard.
I am definitely going to make time.
Oh,
I'm
no,
going to usually try to.
I have clippers too. I use it for dog grooming, especially poodles. I'm like, Luke, with that hair. Yeah.
Love it.
Let's get serious here.
Hey, oh, yeah, sure. Baby.
My brother recently passed. This is from Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. I'm picking up on accident, hardcore. Believe me, accident. That's what I'm hearing. Your brother was a bit taller. He was thinner. I'm hearing lanky. I don't necessarily know that I would describe him the way I'm seeing him as lanky, but that doesn't mean he wasn't at one point in his life. Stupid. He's saying stupid. Reckless. But accident. He keeps saying accident to me. Accident, accident, accident. Please believe me. Please, accident. He just stopped talking to me. So when spirit comes forward and wants my attention and gets it, but then seems to hesitate or back off or stops talking to me the way that he just did, tells me a lot about how they died. And for the most part, it usually means that they committed suicide. It can also mean that they were accountable or responsible for their death in some way, the how, what, where, why, or when, even if it was accidental or inadvertent. It can also mean there were questionable circumstances about their death or they were murdered. He is taking responsibility, but saying it was an accident. He's also indicating to me that there may be a history of drugs or partying, drinking, that kind of thing. And people were thinking maybe that was what was going on. Finding it hard to believe because of past history. He says, no, it was just an accident. He says I was being stupid. But he is in the light. He is okay. He is at peace. He is actually more concerned about your parents than anything else at this point. Mom, especially. And he keeps saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. But he went like this. Wait till you kiss, but it was two hands. Like this. Okay, so thank you so much for your question, honey. Best of luck with everything, and please stay well.
Okay. Hi, Joe. Thanks for joining us. You folks that are coming in now, thank you. We're doing some readings. We're going to kind of go to about 10 o'clock. So I'm pulling from 5 different locations. So if it seems like it's taking a little bit to your message, I'm going to a couple different places at one time. So this is from Francesca. Tom passed away 4 years ago. Any messages from him?
Hi, Francesca. Wow, a lot of dancers tonight, especially in spirit. He's getting his groove on. He says, no, I want you to get out there and do the same. I need you to go have a life. He shows me a big oak tree, and an oak tree is a symbol of true love. You will find it. You will have it. You deserve it, and he wants you to go out and seek it again, because it's how you live. It's who you are. It's how you thrive. You love to take care of somebody. You love the companionship. My heart is pounding right now. He says, you're so good at it. You're so good at it. Taking care of someone, taking care of your man, your partner, and just making them feel like they're the biggest man on the face of the earth. Like they mean so much. But you have that knack with everybody in your life too. And he doesn't want to see you stop that or give that up. He says, please don't give up. And he's going like this. Please don't give up. Don't give up, please. My heart is like pounding. Even my hands are like throbbing. He says, use your energy. Use your energy. And give it to the world. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for your question, honey. Stay well. Best of luck with everything.
The next one's from Millie.
Millie.
Please, any messages from my mother, Mildred? Thank you, from Blue Island, Illinois.
A lot of the same messages tonight. There's a lot of themes. For those of you who don't realize, when I do something like this, or I do parties or public events and things, excuse me, a lot of times there are a lot of themes. And the funny thing is, tonight there's a lot of dancing and getting out there and moving and being happy in that way. But this too shall pass. There's a lot of worry out there, and I think it's not even just about the illness that's going around. It's bringing up all of our other anxieties and our other stresses and our other issues that we deal with. And this too shall pass is what I heard. You can do this. Why would you ever doubt you can't? Why would you think for 1 second this is not something you could handle? Be strong. Be the storm. Now all of a sudden I see a courtroom. I feel like that you or somebody is battling something legal. And I feel like this really is the gist of everything. I think that everyone's vulnerabilities and insecurities are popping up in ways that we didn't expect because of what's going on in the world right now. And we have to remember to be strong, and we have to be united, and we have to present a united front is what we're being told. Okay, if you can do that, you can do anything. All right. So thank you for your question, and I hope you are staying well.
Okay. Next one's from Chelsea. Anything for my best friend's brother who just recently passed?
Hi, Chelsea. I keep seeing braces. Brace face is what I want to say with this one. Goofy kid, goofy guy. But then he kind of stops and he hesitates again. He definitely feels to me like he was accountable or responsible for some way, in some way for his death, or the how, what, where, why, or when. But he also indicates to me that maybe he was ill, or he had some sort of underlying health issue or something to that effect. Sorry if you guys can hear my son. He's not used to being here when I go live. After I said that, I can breathe. Like I can really breathe, like a sigh of relief. He knows that she's hurting and crying for him, especially alone, sitting on her bed at night in the dark. I'm also seeing sheets or something hung up over the window, almost like she hasn't finished her room, or she, you know, they haven't finished putting things up. And he says, you need to take care of that. Like, fix it up. Let's go. Make it a home. Make it yours. Make it comfortable. But he's right there with her. It will be okay. He is in the light. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for your question, honey. Best of luck and stay well, okay? Take care of that cutie little girl.
All right. Everybody's popping in and out. This one keeps coming back and forth to me. From Tabitha. Any message for me? Been feeling a little lost lately.
Hi, Tabitha. Stop being afraid to do what you want to do. Ride the wave. Your guides just showed me you on this surfboard riding this huge wave in the middle of the ocean. Excuse me. Stop being afraid to get out there, even if you think you're going to fall on your face. If you fall 10 times, it's better than not doing it once. The other thing I'm hearing is better to be lost in love than to have never lost it all, or to have never have loved it all. Those are the two things they want you to take to heart right now. I'm also seeing a hospital, but I have to stand outside the hospital and I feel like I can't go in, or I'm hesitant, or I'm being kept at a distance. But you're being reassured by your spirit guides that it will be okay. All will be okay is what I'm being told. Okay, so thank you so much for your question. Best of luck and please stay well.
All right. Next one's from Michelle. Christy, any word on my dad, Michael? Any word from my dad, Michael? Sorry. Got a headache all of a sudden.
It took my breath away to read that. I feel like there was a discrepancy with how to spell your name with the 2 L's or the 1. I know how you spell your name and I spelled it with 2. So, big smoker. Not nice, you give me too much credit. There's a lot he wish he would have done differently. But I love my family, and I did what I knew how to do. I feel like he worked all the time. He says, life's not fair, Michelle, remember that. You have some very good things coming your way, though. He's showing me a lot of symbols. A lot of symbols. But one in particular is wildflower.
I can hear the other room pretty good.
I'm sorry. I'm going to kill them. Here comes the killer text message.
Here, we'll just entertain everybody with this in the meantime. Go. Okay.
Sorry, guys. Just threw me right off my rocker. I'm going to kill them both, I swear. Oh my God.
Okay.
Anywho, no, I'm not done.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, Michelle, you have some very good things coming your way. Things are going to change. I see your workplace. It's going to also affect your living situation for the better. Okay, that was not my own this time. That was not me or them. Your dad is saying you're going to be fulfilled. Your dad is saying, there's a big change coming for you. And when the opportunity presents itself, I feel like it's going to take you out and away from the current situation, your current job, your living situation. You're going to need to take it. You're going to want to take it. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. It's going to be scary. I feel like there's going to be some unknown, but it's what's going to be best. And you're going to be so glad when you follow through with it. You won't have all the answers, so don't try to look for them. Don't try to understand it. This is going to be about having a lot of faith and knowing that you have to trust your gut and do what you know is right for you, despite what anybody else is going to tell you. This is going to be very, very important for the next part of your life, actually. Okay. He says, just do it. Just do it. Okay. Thank you for your question. Stay well.
The next one's from Sherry. Christy, any messages for me?
Hi, Sherry. Long time no talk. The first thing I heard was, girl, what are you doing? You know better. I feel like you have a lot of good going on. I feel like you are the lightest I've felt you in a long time. But I feel like there's something crazy you're considering or wanting to do or something. Not that you shouldn't do it, but take a step back and just really make sure it's what you want or it's what's good for you before you do this or attempt this or try to accomplish this. Your spirit guides are just like, you got this. You got this. Gardening. It's something about gardening. Gardening for you. Yeah, gardening. Get out. Do it more. They want you to really sink. They really want you to sink your fingers into the dirt and the earth and feel it and grab it and just involve yourself in it. Okay. Excuse me. So thank you for your question, honey. I hope you're doing well. Have a good night. Three. That's three. That's three.
Sorry, Shepherd running through at 100 miles an hour, so I turned it off for the barking. So that's three.
Sure you did.
No, you want to hear her barking outside? I'll turn the other volume up a little bit more.
Better than what you're hearing on my end. Come on now.
All right. From Debbie. Hi, Chrissy. Any messages from Joyce or Bernadette?
Hi, Debbie. So Joyce is stepping right forward to tell you to stop complaining about all the quiet and downtime because you always complain and bitch when you don't have quiet and downtime. And as much as you miss your family and want to see your friends and need to get out and you're going stir crazy, you're never happy and you need to just chill the hell out. Clean something out. Like she points upstairs, like go clean something out if you need something to do. She says, but you're doing really good and I am very proud of you. I miss you very much. I miss you a lot. And she says, of the two of us, I'm glad it was me. It was not you. She says, I would not have been able to fill your shoes. I don't know what I would have done. With all the, and she reassures you too, for your friends that you really support and you really make sure you're there for, and all the things you can't get out to do right now that you really need for yourself personally. She says you're doing good. She says, remember, one day at a time, just breathe and you'll get through it. But she's really glad that you're happy and that you're comfortable, that you have your home. She says, just look for me. I'm there. You know, I'm there. And then she shows me your baseball mitt. So, all right. So stay well. Okay, my friend. And I will hopefully be able to catch up with you soon. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for your question.
Are there any messages from my grandmother? And this is from Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl. Got hard to breathe. She definitely is a cook or was a cook. Something about Easter. We need to make sure we make something for Easter, or we follow through with something from Easter or for Easter. She says, I don't care what's going on. I don't care what it is. We can make this happen. Do it. Make sure you stick to those traditions the best that you can. She says, because these are the most important times, and these are the times that we need to do it the most. And I do feel like it's going to fall on you, even though you should be able to ask for help because there are other people that should be helping you to do it. Also, something about school, continuing education. Yeah. But that's all I'm getting. So continuing on, do it. That's what I'm hearing, do it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your question, honey. Stay well. Best of luck.
Next one is from Amy. Any message for me? Thank you.
Something about a scooter. I first saw a bicycle, which means you need to get out and you need to enjoy, and the little things in life. Get out, enjoy nature, and get fresh air. Smell the roses. But it also, I just saw a pig. And usually pig is a symbol for turmoil, frustration. But then I have a female that feels like your grandmother stepping forward and is insisting that she's there. I'm having a burning sensation right here. And it's almost like, usually ports are put up here, but I feel like there's a burning sensation right here, a little bit lower. Like almost like she had an injection, or she had a port or something there, something going on with this area. You are doing well. She says you're doing good. Keep up the good work. I feel like you're very busy with kids at home and family at home. And I feel like your family's young. I'm also seeing bacon. Bacon. And a lot of Crayola crayons. Okay, that's it. She just kind of stopped. So thank you for your question, honey, and best of luck with everything. Please stay well. I do want to remind everybody too, I do take notes. I do jot as I go. Again, this is a forum and a venue that can be a little difficult and tricky. But I am always happy to do what I can to clarify things later. So if you don't understand something, or if it doesn't make sense, or you're like, she's off the freaking rocker, I have no freaking clue what she's talking about, send me a message the next day, call me or something, and we will definitely connect within a couple of days, and I will be happy to explain things more so than, so I don't continue to harp on things here without validation. It's a little bit difficult. So, but really don't ever think that you can't contact me and ask for clarification or help to decipher something, because I will certainly be willing to do that for you. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Chelsea wants to let you know she found her keys, but she also would like to know if anything for her tonight.
Hi, Chelsea. How do you like Mike's hair? I know. I don't think she was on earlier, so I think she missed it. You're going to have to ride this wave at work. You're not going anywhere. Stop thinking about leaving. Stop thinking about making a change. It's not time and it's not right. You'll be fine. Your spirit guides are really talking to me. I feel like you're sitting bored. You're so done. They just keep telling you to hang in there. It's not time yet. It's not time to make a change. Things are different. Don't do anything. Like, I feel like you are the kind who's going to look for certain things and certain ways to make things work for you. Like, well, okay, she said don't make the change or don't change jobs or don't switch yet, but but if I just finagle this way or that way, it's not really like, don't do that. Just stick it out, stay where you're at. You need the security, and register. I'm hearing you're being told to register, whatever that means. That's it. Thought there was more coming and then it just stopped. Don't question. Just listen. Just do it. It's what they're telling you to do. Okay. So thank you so much for tuning in, especially from work. We really appreciate it. All right. And stay well and stay safe. Okay. Have a good night.
You gotta keep beating on me in my hair. My mother just told me my gray hair standing out.
It is. Showing your age, dude.
All right. Kim's got a question. Well, my son's John's life. Can I talk tonight? Will my son John's life start to fall into place soon?
Nobody's doing it to himself. Hi, Kimberly. He's so stubborn. But he will be okay eventually. He just has to figure things out, and he has to stop fighting everything tooth and nail all the time. He just feels like he always has to be in control 24/7. Like, if he can't have one little bit of control, then forget it. Instead of just realizing that sometimes things just have to be the way they are, and realizing that that's just the way it is, and we have to learn how to weather the storm, not control it or be the storm. It's not always about that for all of us. He has a friend that passed away that's with him, a friend or a cousin. And I'm picking up on a female, and my head hurts right over back here. Dude, what are you doing over there? Mike went all retro and like technical choppy on me. Something about math in school. I feel like he needs to be in school again, or he needs to go back to school or build on school. And it's something about math. I'm in a math class. And now his spirit guides are saying the rest is up to him. We can only lead him, you can only lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink. So that's kind of what I feel like the cycle he's stuck in right now. And once he learns how to break that cycle and try something different or approach life from a new perspective, it will be never a dull moment on the show ever. It will be much easier for him, but it's going to take a few years, probably around 3 years for him to really get it. But it's okay. He is smart. He will figure it out. He will. Okay. So thank you for your question. Best of luck. And I really hope that you're staying well. Okay, guys. So in true Mike fashion, Mike did something and I have no idea what the hell he just did. So, excuse me. I apologize because my voice is getting rough. And there you are. You okay?
I just lost everything. So
Hey, you look scared to death. What's wrong?
I got a really bad headache and then I lost everything. Hang on. I got to figure out what speakers I got you on so we're not getting blowing everybody out. That was really weird.
Not in my world.
No, because it's throwing you through the TV. And all right, you there?
That's my toy for you guys who haven't. Yeah, I can hear you. Can everybody hear Mike?
All right. So, yeah, this one I think. Okay.
You good there, big guy? Take your time, relax. It's all right. We have a few minutes left. Again, you guys, we really appreciate you guys all tuning in with us tonight. We hope you're enjoying yourselves. We've had a great, steady audience all night long, and we truly appreciate everything. And we're really looking forward to doing it again. And, you know, like Mike mentioned earlier, we love to be impulsive, especially right now when we have time, you know, to be impulsive and to just, you know, have some fun and break this up, you know, and take people's minds off of things. So again, if ever have any ideas, if you have any suggestions, let us know. You know, if you want to see us bring somebody on, or if you want to just see a certain type of show, we can most likely make that happen. So, you know, fill us in and let us know, and let's do this together so we can have a good time. Okay, I know we can probably get 1 or 2 more questions in, right?
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay.
And we can see you.
I don't know what microphone I'm using. I had to get rid of the other. All of a sudden, it was like bloop. Everything just went. And I'm like, that's why I have redundancy.
Gotcha.
I had the backup laptops over here if I needed to go there. I was just prepping for it.
Your face was priceless.
All of a sudden, everything went down.
It's kind of like when we met at Hinsdale that night, and you went flying off the couch.
Yeah, well, he must have been here. So I think we can get one more in here. And let me go back before my computer decided to dump itself. So we had Kimberly's message there. And let's go to the next one. Here is Denise. Any message from Mary Jo? And I'm going to mute myself because this microphone, everybody can hear me breathing. So bad hair, bad breath.
How are you? So I saw a pair of white sneakers. And I feel very tired. And she's saying, not your fault. Not your fault. She makes me feel like you were caring and giving and did what you could and took care of her the best that you could and knew how. She feels like a mother, grandmother to me, but I don't quite feel like she's your mother or grandmother per se, but that could mean a couple of different things too. She keeps just crossing her hands over her heart and saying, love, love. And she's full of appreciation for you as well. As I'm sitting here, I feel like I'm losing feeling in my whole body. I just feel like everything is just kind of almost like when your blood pressure drops. And I feel like I'm floating away. That's how it felt when she died. It was like a slow trickle. Just, yeah, it's just, it was okay. She says it was peaceful. It was actually, it was quite calming. Like I relaxed the more I felt it. So she wants you to know that it was okay as well. Okay. Yeah, that's it. But she definitely keeps she keeps watch over you. She says, I won't let anything happen to you, my friend. That's what I just read. So thank you very much for your question, honey. Best of luck and please stay well, okay?
Okay, we have hit that 10 o'clock hour.
It always flies by so fast.
Yeah, I'd say we go a little bit longer, but you have been sick this last week.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
And I'm sorry for the folks that we didn't get to tonight. We have our next show will be on April 7th.
Yes.
Melanie from Naked and Afraid is going to be talking about her paranormal experience. Hopefully she'll be bringing a few other of the survivalists from the show and cast members. Hopefully we'll be able to get a couple of reads in that night as well. However, if we hit 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel and our Instagram, and we are getting close. We're halfway there and a little bit more than halfway there in both.
This is awesome, you guys.
We'll find time to get, as long as Christy's healthy and I'm not doing something crazy at work, because I'm still working as an essential. That we'll do another show like this, and we'll try to get grab a random guest from the audience and pull things on. So again, sorry for those folks we didn't get to. We appreciate it. Please share, like us. Getting that word out there. We're also looking at some other big things, some other formats that might make things a little easier for you folks to get a hold of us.
Things on the horizon, you never know.
Yeah.
Wheels in our heads are always turning.
So, again, everybody, if you can put some prayers out to those folks working right now, the folks at the supermarkets, the gas stations, the maintenance crews and cleaners, and the doctors, the nurses, the firemen, the EMTs, the cops, the military guys that are still essential services. Even some of those folks working in food service at major universities, they still got kids that can't get home. Essential services are important. If you need to talk to somebody, find a family member, find a friend, find a mental health counselor. It's a tough time we're all in. We will try to find as many things as we can do. We're hoping to do a live investigation in the middle of April. More announcements on that as we get a little closer, because we got to make sure the location's still available. If you're bored and want to watch it, it may be a virtual investigation. We may have to ship our cameras there too.
Crafty.
Yeah. And as I hear your voice crack, we're coming to the end. So again, guys,
just be kind, you guys, and remember, compassion and kindness and decency and love and just that's what makes the world go around. Patience with people, remember that we're all we're in this together, and it's not about just us. It's about what we can do as a community. We all have a responsibility to each other, and that's really, really important. Okay, so thank you so much again. We love all of you. We can't do what we do without you. We wouldn't have this without you. I wouldn't be able to help people without you. Mike wouldn't be able to carry tons of equipment. But truly, we appreciate you, and you keep us going, and we hope we do the same for you. So until next time, stay safe and sample on.
Bye, guys.